कुंज विहारी जय राधा माधव जय राधा माधव कुंज विहारी। गोपीजन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी गोपीजन वल्लभ गोपीजन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी गोपीजन यशोदानंदन ब्रज जनरंजन यशोदानंदन यशोदानंदन ब्रज जनरंजन यमुना तीर बनचारी यमुना तीर बनचारी। जय राधा माधव कुंज विहारी जय राधा माधव कुंज विहारी। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम राम हरे 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 कृष्णा जय प्रभुपाद जय प्रभुपाद जय प्रभुपाद निताय गौर हरिबाल निताय गौर हरिबाल गौर प्रेमानंदे श्रील प्रभुपाद की श्री श्री राधा द्यू की श्रीमन महाप्रभु की ग्रंथराज श्रीमद् भागवतम की समवेत भक्तवृंद की निताय गौर प्रेमानंदे हरि हरि बोल। ओं अज्ञानतिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनभीष्टमिस्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूप कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकम्। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरो श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगण रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सवधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधाकृष्णपादान् सहगण ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च नामयं विष्णुपदाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिनिति नामिने। नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पश्चात्देशतारिणे। वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्येव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। नमो महावदन्नाय कृष्ण प्रेम प्रदायते कृष्णाय कृष्ण चैतन्य नाम्ने गौरतीशे नमः। हे कृष्ण करुणा सिंधु दीनबन्धु जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिका कांत राधा कांत नमस्तुते। तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। वृंदावै तुलसी देव्यै प्रिया वै केशवस्य च कृष्ण भक्ति प्रद देवी सत्यवत्तये नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि श्री गौर भक्त वृंद। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। ओं नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओं नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओं नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। नारायणं नमस्कृतं नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत्। नष्टप्रायेषु भद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवती उत्तम श्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नष्टिकी। हरे कृष्ण। श्रीमद् भागवतम Canto 4 Chapter 23 Text 33. Please look at the screen. The slok has been projected there. 3 Kritva idam akarna Trikritta idam akarna नारो नारय अथवा धृता नारो नारय अथवा धृता अप्रजः सुप्रजतमः अप्रज सुप्रजतमः निर्धन धनवत्तमः निर्धन धनवत्तमः त्रिकृत्वैदमाकर्ण नर नारर्थ अथवा धृता अप्रज सुप्रजतम निर्धन धनवत्तमः त्रिकृत्वैदमाकर्ण नरो नारर्थवा धृता अप्रज सुप्रजतम निर्धन धनवत्तमः। Please recite. Trikritta idamakarna nara nararthavadrita. Trikritta idamakarna naro nararthavadrita. Aprajasu prajatama nirdhana dhanavattamaha. Word for word meaning, translation and purport by His Divine Grace Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada Ji ki three thrice kritva. Repeating idam, this, akarno, hearing, naraha, man, nari, woman, athava, or adrita. In great respect, aprajaha, one who has no children. Shuprajattamaha, surrounded by many children. Nirdhanaha, without any money. Dhanavat, rich. Tamaha, the greatest. Translation. It does not matter whether one is a man or a woman. Anyone who with great respect hears this narration of Maharaj Prithu will become the father of many children if he is without children, and will become the richest of men if he is without money. Kindly repeat after me. It does not matter whether one is a man or a woman. Anyone who with great respect hears this narration of Maharaj Prithu will become the father of many children if he is without children, and will become the richest of men if he is without money. Purport. Materialistic persons who are very fond of money and great families worship different demigods to attain their desires, especially Goddess Durga, Lord Shiva and Lord Brahma. Such materialistic persons are called Sriyoshwarjo Praja Prajesaraha. Sri means beauty, Aishwarya means riches, Praja means children, and Ipsava means desiring. As described in second canto of Srimad Bhagavatam, one has to worship various demigods for different types of benediction. However, here it is indicated that simply by hearing of the life and character of Maharaj Prithu, one can have both riches and children in enormous quantities. One simply has to read and understand the history, the life and activities of Prithu Maharaj. It is advised that one read them at least 3 times. Those who were materially afflicted with so benefit by hearing the Supreme Lord and His devotees, they need not to go any demigods. The word Shuprajatamaho, surrounded by many children, is very significant in this verse. or one may have many children but may not have any qualified children. Here, somehow it is stated, Shuprajatamaha, that all the children thus attained would be qualified in education, wealth, beauty, strength, everything complete. Hare Krishna. So yesterday we discussed on verse number 32, today 33. We notice that Srimad Bhagavatam, or the compiler of Srimad Bhagavatam, Vyasadeva, is giving us blessings. How? Through these two verses. He is saying, whoever will hear the transcendental descriptions or narrations of Maharaj Prithu, means his birth, his activities, his qualities, everything, whoever will hear in details from Srimad Bhagavatam, at least thrice, the first order, thrihi, thrice, will get all the benedictions. What is the meaning of all? All means, yesterday we discussed, in our society there are 4 classes of people according to the principles of Varna. Brahman, Kshatriya, Vaishya and Shudra. Right? Most intelligent class of people, administrator class of people, mercantile class of people and the laborer class of people. All these 4 class of people will derive a lot of blessings respectively. How? The Brahman will become more qualified Brahman. Generally we see in our society a person is known as Brahmana. How? By birth. But in Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says that is not the process to identify whether a person is Brahman or non-Brahman. Simply to see the birth. But the best process to identify someone whether he is Brahman or not, on the basis of his activities and qualities. Chaturvarna maya srishtam guno karma vibhagasya. Right or wrong? This is Krishna's injunctions in Bhagavad Gita. So if that Brahmana hears the transcendental qualities, activities of Prithu Maharaj, he will become much more qualified Brahman. What is that? Who is superior to Brahman? In our society, out of the 4 classes, the Brahman is considered to be the superior class, right? But who is even superior to Brahmana? Who is he? A devotee. A Vaishnava. So now, yesterday I gave you the details. So, if we look at Prithu Maharaj from the Varna point of view, what is his position? He is Kshatriya. Right? And a Brahman's position is superior even to Kshatriya, right or wrong? So how a Brahman, the superior class, will hear the inferior class like the Kshatriya, Prithu Maharaj, and he will become more qualified in his Brahmanical activities? How it is possible? Generally the Kshatriya, the Vaishyas, then others will hear about the Brahmana. How a Brahman can hear a Kshatriya like Prithu Maharaj? But in this time we have to consider that the Prithu Maharaj is not a Kshatriya. He is now a Vaishnava. And Vaishnava is even superior to Brahmana. Understanding this point? So now Prithu Maharaj is so qualified, completely surrendered unto the Supreme Personality of God, that is very regular in execution of devotional service, has derived all the transcendental qualities. Now he is no more the second category of Varna, Kshatriya. He is now qualified, exalted devotee of Lord Krishna. So whoever will hear such a qualified, exalted devotee will derive a lot of spiritual potency and power. Like the Brahman, if the Brahman hears Prithu Maharaj, he will become much more qualified Brahman. What is that? Qualified Brahman means he will also become a Vaishnava. If the Kshatriya hears Prithu Maharaj, then he will attain a lot of power to have control on his followers and many animals. Yesterday we discussed. Just I reminding you. And if the Vaishya hears Prithu Maharaj, what will happen? What will happen? A Vaishya will become a lot of owner of riches. And the Shudra, if Shudra means the most neglected class of people in our society, right? He is considered to be very small people, negligible. If the Shudra hears Prithu Maharaj, what will happen to him? This is most important thing Prabhupada mentioned in his purport. And yeah, the Shudra hears about Prithu Maharaj, he will become a pure devotee. So now let us understand. Where is our position? We are known as Vaishnava or devotee. And another acquaintance we are having taught by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Who can remember it? Who can remember it? What is the teachings of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu regarding our identity, Mataji? Can you remember? Jiver Sarup Hoy Krishna Nitya. She is Bengali. You can memorize this small Bengali term, sentence. Jiver Sarup Hoy. The constitutional position of living entities is simply the eternal servant of Krishna. So we are servant, right? So now as a servant, if we hear Prithu Maharaj, what will happen to us? What would be the outcome of that? Yes? We will become a pure devotee. So how many of you like to become a pure devotee of Lord Krishna? Sri Radha Radhanath Ji ki, Sachinandan Sriman Mahaprabhu ki, Srila Prabhupada ki, Gaur Premanande. So what is our ultimate goal? The ultimate goal of our life is to become a pure devotee, right? So who can become a pure devotee very easily? I am giving you a question and answer also. The multiple choice question, right? Question is, who can very easily become a pure devotee? 4 answer. Brahman, Kshatriya, Vaishya and Shudra. Which one would be the correct answer? Respond to me. Who? Huh? Out of these 4, which one is right? Where you would like to give tick chinno? Correct chinno. Shudra. I told the 4 answers, but one is right. Who can become very easily a pure devotee of Lord Krishna? This is question. The multiple answer is there. Just you choose one. Brahman, A. Brahman, B. Kshatriya, C. Vaishya, D. Shudra. Shudra, yes. Those are choosing Shudra, 10 out of 10. Or 100 out of 100. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, that's why Chaitanya Mahaprabhu taught us, don't consider you are Brahman, Kshatriya, this and that. Don't consider that you are South African, Indian, this and that. Don't consider that you are male and female, this and that. Forget everything. Simply you remember Gopir Bharta Padakamala Daso, Dasanu Daso. I am the servant of the servant, not even a full-fledged servant. I am the servant of the servant of the servant. Yesterday we discussed this point in details. Those who are not attended yesterday's class missed a lot. Same thing I am reminding you. So take it very seriously. Let us take it very seriously that even I am not qualified to become the direct servant of Krishna. The safest position is, let me consider that I am the servant of the servant of the servant of the Krishna. Oi nanda tanujam kinkaram patitam mam vishame babambudau kripaya tava pada pankaja istita dhuli sadrishang vichintayo. Mahaprabhu is offering his prayers to the lotus feet of Krishna. Mahaprabhu is Krishna himself. But for the teaching of us, he is praying on behalf of us. Oi Nanda Tanuja, oh the son of Krishna, please consider me as the minute dust at the lotus feet of you. And kim karo patitam mam vishame bhavam bodo. Kim karo. Kim karo means the Sanskrit expression. Kim means what? Karo means do. What can I do? What should I do? Folding his hands, the servant should have the mood to ask these questions to his master. Only one sentence, one question. What can I do for you? What can I do for you? Kim koru, kim koru, kim koru, kim koru. That's why his designation is Kinkor. Kinkor means servant. Kinkor means servant. So that is our position. That is our position. So if the Shudra hears about Prithu Maharaj very easily, very shortly, without facing any difficulties, can become a pure devotee. That is our ultimate goal, right? What is your ultimate goal? To become the richest person of South Africa? Yeah? No. The ultimate goal is to become an exalted devotee, pure devotee, dear most devotee of Krishna. That is our ultimate goal. But today, the verse is little different. I have some questions to you. You can also ask me a question at the end. Because this class is interactive. We like to be benefited from this Srimad Bhagavatam class, right or wrong? Only spending time is not our purpose. Our purpose is to cultivate Krishna consciousness by hearing and speaking. How is that? Like in the classroom, the professor is giving lecture and the students are hearing. But sometimes the professor checks whether they are receiving perfectly or not by asking small questions. But at the end also, he gives the opportunity to all the students to clear up, to clarify all the doubts and question everything. So this is called, you see, ISKCON society is called Bhagavatam class. Bhagavatam class is class. Classroom means this is the criteria of classroom, no? Speaking and asking question. Speaking and asking question. Same thing we see in all the literatures of Vedic, Veda. You see in Bhagavad Gita, we see the conversation. Krishna is giving discourse. And time to time, Arjuna is asking question. Srimad Bhagavatam also, we see in between Parikshit Maharaj and Shukadeva Goswami, Maitreya Rishi and Vidur, question answer session. Same thing is happened. Why? Because through these question answer sessions or conversations, we can derive a lot of spiritual potency, understanding. We can assimilate it, everything, very easily. Right or wrong? So now let us consider the focus on verse number 33. Here we see that there are two types of benedictions or blessings one can derive by hearing Prithu Maharaj. One, by hearing 3 times, no? Trikita idam akarno. Trikita idam means this. This means this wonderful narrations of Prithu Maharaj. 3 means 3 times. Akarna means by hearing. If somebody hears with adar, adar means adrito. The second is already chala. The second line, athava adrito. Adrito means with respect. If somebody with awe and respect hears these wonderful descriptions of Prithu Maharaj at least 3 times, if the person is apraja, apraja means We see in many family, no? Family is there but no children, right? So they need the children. If that person is apraja, means without children, he will become Shuprajatama. Shu means good. Shu means perfect. The person who is not having any children, only by hearing the transcendental glories and activities of Prithu Maharaj at least 3 times with awe and respect, he will attain many children, and all the children will become very qualified, not Bhagavan like, rejected, demoniac. That's why Shu word is mentioned. Shu means first class. Shu. We know the incidents from Srimad Bhagavatam. Rishabhdev, the incarnations of Lord Krishna, had 100 sons. All were qualified. They all are Shupraja. Shupraja means the first class birth. Qualified birth. That's a Shuprajatama. Tama means, positive, comparative and superlative degree from English grammar. Positive, comparative and superlative degree. Good, better, best. Similarly, Tamo means, Tamo is the best. Best. Like Krishna. Krishna Taro. Krishna Tamo. Now Krishna has 3 phases. In Dwarka, Krishna is Krishna, simple Krishna. And in Mathura, he is Krishna Taro. And in Vrindavan is Krishna Tamo, the best Krishna, best Krishna. You see, best Krishna means complete Bhagavan, Supreme Personality of Godhead. So these are the different degrees. So Shuprajotama. Tama means the best class. The highest class of children he will get. If the person is not having any children, this is the blessings. First, from today verse. Second is, if the person is scarcity of money, not having money, paisa, he will get a lot of paisa, money, and he will become the richest stone of the society. These are the 2 blessings we see mentioned in today's verse. Now I am asking you a question. Who is desiring to have many children, like hundreds of children? You will be surrounded by them. And all the children will address you, Mama, Mother, dear Mother. How many of you like to be addressed like father and mother by many children? How many are desiring or dreaming in this way? Raise your hand. Okay. That means this verse is not required for us today. Really? Okay, let us consider the second blessings. I think this time you will say yes, Prabhuji, we like. Who is desiring to have a lot of money? Not? Yes, Mataji raised her. You also? Okay. Yeah, you are all intelligent, no? If I ask you the further question, what is the use of having a lot of money? Then what would be the answer, Mataji? Yeah, we'll use it in the service of Krishna, because Krishna is the owner of all money. Money means Lakshmi. Money means, in India it's called, money means Lakshmi. And Lakshmi is the wife of Krishna. So if we get a lot of money, then we'll use all the money in the divine loving service of Lord Krishna. Right or wrong? But if you are not a devotee, suppose you are not a devotee, at that time what will happen? By having a lot of money, The person will uses all the money for gratifying their senses. And eventually, the outcome will take him to the hellish planet. So dangerous. But, you know, Gauranga Mahaprabhu has given us a very wonderful prayers known as Shikshashtakam. What is the third verse of Shikshashtakam? Who can say? Is it third verse? Okay, sorry. What is the fourth verse? Yes, Mataji? Na dhanam, na janam, na sundarim kavitamba jagadisha kamaye mamo janmani janmani share bhavatad bhakti rahoitu kitei. As a devotee, we should never ask for Krishna, ask for money from Krishna. We should not tell, oh Krishna, if you provide me a lot of money, Prabhuji, I will use all the money for your service. No. No. Our Srila Prabhupada, the Divine Grace, never asked for money from Krishna, right or wrong? What was he asking? Na dhanam na janam na sundarim kavitamba jagadisya kamaye mamo janmani janmani share bhavatad bhakti rahoitu kitoi. Life after life, I would like to serve you, to continue my service unto a lotus feet. And this perfect prayer. Why? Suppose, Mataji, you are all asking for Krishna, please give me service, please give me service. This is my only intention, to continue your service life after life. Okay. Then Krishna will think, oh, my devotees are so intelligent, not asking for money, this and that, only for service. To continue the service, naturally one has to have money. Only orally we cannot say, oh Krishna, I love you. Krishna will say, okay, I accept you love me. Now prove it. Every time you are coming to me and saying, oh, love you, but not offering anything, any garland, any footsteps, nothing else. That's why the intelligent prayer is, I would like to have only service. I would like to serve you. But to continue service, one has to have many things. Money, support, manpower, resources, temple, cards, right or wrong? That was the prayer offered by Srila Prabhupada, and you see, Prabhupada got everything. The example is this manifestation of this temple. This temple is not in dream, it's practical something. For construction, the devotees needed lot of money, but they never asked for money. They asked for service. That Krishna automatically provided everything. So that is the perfect prayer. Na dhanam, na janam, na sundarim kavitamba jagadisya kamaye mamo janmani janmani share bhavatad bhakti rahoitu kitoi. So every day we should recite this verse, because this is a model verse. How can we offer a perfect prayer to Lord Krishna? Gauranga Mahaprabhu knew that we are very degraded. We are bodily conscious. If they go to Krishna, they will ask for something for maintaining their bodies. Body is automatically maintained. Not a single animal is coming to the temple to offer the prayers to Lord Krishna to maintain their body, right? But their body we see so nadush nudush, you know, Hindi expression. Nadush means so healthy. So Krishna, as a Supreme Father, he is giving all the necessities to maintain bodies and these. But to maintain our soul will not happen automatically. One has to demand for that. That's why prayer is required. So Mahaprabhu is teaching, giving us the model, written, compiled form. Please simply repeat it time and time again to Krishna. All the acharyas also given us a lot of Vaishnava bhajans. As a prayers, you can say that is the poet or poetry or prayers or whatever you see, or a song, same meaning, significant. So we need to follow the footsteps of the previous Acharyas and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Following footsteps means whatever they have given us, we need to just simply repeat it again and again. That is the thing. So we see there is another very, very ideal prayers in Jagannathashtakam. Can you remember the 8 prayers, stanzas of Jagannathashtakam? One is Na boi jache rajjang na cha kanakamanik kavibavam na jache aham rammam sakal janakam baravadhum sada kale kale pramatpatina gita charitang Jagannath Swami Nayana Pathagami Bhavatu me. This prayer is also offered by Gauranga Mahaprabhu in front of Jagannath. When Jagannath was on the chariot, on the road, Mahaprabhu started pulling the chariot by offering these prayers. Jagannathashtakam. Although it is not compiled by Mahaprabhu, somebody else, but Mahaprabhu liked it very much and repeatedly he offered these prayers to Jagannath Dev. So out of the 8 verses, one is like this. Na boi jache najjang, na boi. I never ever asked for rajjam, kingdom. Ask for kingdom. Not kanako. I never asked for gold, opulence, beautiful wife, children. No, nothing. But always I ask for what? To be completely engaged in your loving devotional service. So same thing, right? The 4th verse of Shikshashtakam and the 7th verse of Jagannathashtakam, same. This is our prayers. This is our prayers. So as a devotee, we need to demand from Krishna, ask for Krishna, ask for only service from Krishna. That is the perfect blessings. And how can we spend our days? By following the rules and regulations introduced by His Divine Grace, the founder Acharya of ISKCON Society. Simply, always better to think ourselves as the insignificant instruments in the divine hands of Srila Prabhupada. That is called complete surrenderance. Prabhupada used this expression, wholeheartedly surrender to Krishna. Surrender means I do not have my personal desire, opinion. Whatever you like, you use me. In whatever way you like, you use me. That is complete surrenderance. And the surrenderance is the first steps to go or to enter into the spiritual kingdom. Surrenderance is the beginning. Surrenderance is the beginning. Gauranga Mahaprabhu taught us this principle, surrenders. Without being surrendered, we are all dead. Apparently, from the materialistic point of view, somebody can say that we are all alive now. Eating, sleeping, running, working, we are alive. But from the spiritual point of view, if a person is not surrendered unto Krishna, he is surely dead. Mahaprabhu very mercifully descended to this material nature to bestow his blessings in the form of Krishna Prem. But when Mahaprabhu came here in Navadvip, he saw to whom I am going to give or distribute this Krishna Prem, all are dead. So how can I give to the dead person? So then Mahaprabhu kept his Prem aside. Let me make them first alive. How? There is a wonderful song compiled by Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur. Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Jive Daya Kori সপার্ষদ শিও ধাম সহয়াবতরি. Have you heard this song ever? Never? Oh Krishna. His Excellency Bhaktichari Swami Guru Maharaj used to sing this song repeatedly. Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu. This is his tune I am singing. Jive daya kori. Mahaprabhu came down to this material nature in order to shower his blessings. Very mercifully came. Jive daya kori Shaparshad, along with all his associates, he came down or descended in this material nature. Along with so many associates and his dham. Dham means, dham. Jive daya kori Shaparshad Shiyadham Sahavatari. Attanto durlabo premo kori mare dan. Shikhaye sharanagati bhakotero pran. Very mercifully he came to give Krishna prem, but he noticed that all are dead around me. How can I give them Krishna prem? Then Mahaprabhu stopped his project. He kept Krishna prem, the pot of Krishna prem aside. He was thinking, let me make them alive first. How? By giving them pran. Pran means, pran means soul. How? In which sense Mahaprabhu was giving them, install their pran, soul in the body. How? By teaching the principles of surrenderance, sharanagati. That's why it is written here, Shikhaya. He teaches sharanagati, the principles of surrenderance, which is compared to the life and soul of a person. Understanding, Mataji? So if we are not surrendered to Krishna, that means we are D-E-A-D, dead. So now ask me question. Do you think that you are wholeheartedly surrendered to Krishna? Prakash Prabhu? Do you think? No. That means you are dead. Who can dare to say that, yes, Prabhu, it is myself, completely surrendered unto Krishna? You? No, you are also dead. But amazing thing, all dead, na? All are dead. But you are talking, you are moving, you are working. A dead person is considered to be lie down on the ground. No movement, no feelings, no smiling, no talking. But we proved that we are all dead. But you are speaking. You are talking. After the class, we will go to your home. A dead person is working and talking. What does it mean? If a person is dead, suppose 2 years ago, you know that your friend expired. But all of a sudden, today in the morning, you saw him on the road. He was talking and moving, riding the bicycle. Then immediately we'll think, oh, amazing. I knew that he was dead, but today I saw him. That means he is not my friend, he is ghost. He is ghost. So now can you tell me, you are dead, you accepted this fact. But you are talking and doing everything. What does it mean? You are what? Understanding? This is the spiritual judgment. So now, from this ghost condition, we should get rid of. How? Why fall down at the lotus feet of Srila Prabhupada? Prabhupada is a person who can make a ghost into a devotee. Now let me speak a small story. In foreign country, I forgot which is the country. Prabhupada was there. He was searching a place where he can construct a beautiful temple. The people of the society came, Swamiji, you need to have a place, right? Yes. So you need wonderful house, his home is there. Nobody is staying there. You know why? Because this is the place, the home where all the ghosts are living. Nobody can go even inside. So if you like, you can take this home. You turn it into temple. The Prabhupada told you, oh yes, like this. Okay. I am going there. Everyone was giving warning. Prabhupada, Swamiji, careful. In morning time you have to die. Because so many ghosts are there, they will kill you. Prabhupada replied, don't worry. Hare Krishna. Prabhupada went there. And just after entering the housing, Prabhupada was chanting, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Continuously, repeatedly, loudly, Prabhupada was chanting. Sitting in a particular place, focusing his concentration only to the holy name. As Prabhupada was doing under the tree of Square Park, Tompkins Square Park. Closing his eyes, focusing only on the holy name, Prabhupada was chanting Hare Krishna alone. At a time for next 3-4 hours. And we see the result of that, the manifestation of all these concentrators all over the world. So that time Prabhupada entered the housing and chanting holy name very attentively and loudly. And after some times, Prabhupada heard lot of tumultuous sounds created by this ghost. They were trying to disturb Srila Prabhupada, but they couldn't do anything. Because Prabhupada is with holy name. And holy name is Krishna himself. And after some times, on hearing these transcendental vibrations emanated from the lotus mouth of Srila Prabhupada, all the ghosts changed their consciousness. They also started to chant Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. In this way, by dint of the power of the holy name, Srila Prabhupada made all the ghosts into devotee. So if we consider that my position is like the ghost, then what to do? We have to go through Srimad Bhagavatam, because this is also sound created by Srila Prabhupada. We need to hear the recorded lectures of Srila Prabhupada. Chanting of Srila Prabhupada, Hare Krishna Mahamantra chanting of Srila Prabhupada. We need to follow his footsteps by following the rules and regulations of ISKCON society. Then don't worry. If I am a ghost, but there is hope, I will become delivered. Undoubtedly, that is the only process of being delivered from these material classes. Entanglement, that is the only process. Otherwise, there is no hope, no way, no process. Kalau nastebbo, gotirannatha. Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada ki Gaur Premanande. Thank you so much. Any question, comments, correction? Mataji, you are all very senior to me, please. Okay, time is up. Thank you very much. Let us go for relishing Krishna Prasad. Okay, thank you. Prabhupada ki, Granthara Srimad Bhagavatam ki, Srimad Mahaprabhu ki, Radha Radhanath Ji ki, Samved Bhakta Vrinti.